If a fluorescent light cracks or breaks, mercury can evaporate into the air, and mercury is very toxic to the human nervous system. Chronic breathing of mercury vapors can cause a range of physical symptoms, including the inability to coordinate body movement, impair hearing, speech, and vision. Exposure to mercury in other forms can lead to skin rashes and cause kidney damage. If lights are discarded at the dump or landfill, they can break down and contaminate our water, land, and nearby subsistence food. If lights are burned in a dump fire or burn box, the contaminants can enter the air we breathe. We can avoid these health risks from these wastes if we separate them, package them, and store them safely, and finally shipping them out of our villages.
It's important to recycle these fluorescent lights because it doesn't matter if they're the curly compact fluorescents or the long straight fluorescent lamps. They all contain mercury, and mercury is a toxic element that's toxic to humans and also isn't good for the environment. How you can tell the difference between a fluorescent lamp from a incandescent or a normal light bulb is, one, feel them. Your fluorescent lamps will be heavier and they'll have a little extra ballast on them, whereas your incandescents, which is basically just glass and metal, are a lot lighter and a lot simpler. In order to package your fluorescent lamps, it's best to just use the same box that they come in. One thing you want to do before you start putting them in the box, though, is to tape up all the seams on the bottom. This way, if the lamps do break, they'll be contained within the box and not spilling out all over the place. Once you got the bottom all taped up, then check to see if there's handholds in the middle of the box. You'll want to tape those and cover those as well. Now you're ready to start packaging your lamps. Just carefully and systematically put one or two lamps in at a time. Once you have your box full of lamps, then you'll want to seal it up similar to how you sealed up the bottom. Now that your box is sealed, you'll need to add some labels. And it's best to add a universal waste label and then also some glass or fragile labels on all four corners. It's always good to check with your transporter to see if there's any additional packaging or labeling requirements they may have. Here's an example of how not to treat your fluorescent lamps. This box was packaged nicely, but then got wet and split open.